What's your favorite color, Nick?
Blue? No, green.
Awesome. I love learning about you.
I fucked up. It's yellow.
So you're a young man with all the potential in the world. You got plain bread, a demon dog with a chainsaw coming out of its head, and mountains of debt from your dead father. What else could you ever ask for? Sure, you had to sell one of your kidneys, an eyeball, a testicle to pay for your dead father's debt, but that's why God gave you an extra one of each, right?
And I want to buy a new Nissan 370. So
you have something lined up. It's a Nissan for your left one.
So again, what else could you ask for? Chainsaw Man is a stellar anime about a boy named Denji that is trying to get a hold of some jam for his bread. He also wants to jam his hands into some boobs.
When I came to Spain and I saw people partying, I thought to myself,
To the point where he deems it his dream. To be young again. But dreams aside, Denji has a propensity for delivering swift shots to the nuts and transforming his body into a half-devil, half-human, half-chainsaw. It makes sense! To fight off hordes of demons in what I can only describe as both epic and gruesome. Making it epsome? Jokes aside, guys, Chainsaw Man is a story that thrives on the unexpected. It throws you off kilter, it excites you, it perplexes you, and it makes you a little bit horny at the same time.
I just came here to see Honk if you're horny in peace.
The story starts off with a boy that is indebted to the mafia for life. He hunts down demons and does his best to keep his spirits up. But given his macabre line of work, things often go sideways in a moment's notice. And because he merged with Pochita, a small dog with a chainsaw coming out of his head, he is now deemed a danger to the public at large. He is therefore given a choice: to play ball and work with the public safety devil hunters, or refuse and be executed as a demon. Denji is therefore considered a menace and is an exceptionally tragic character. He's emotionally damaged at the tender age of 16 and desperately seeks to attain love and to feel loved by someone else. I mean, when you live in a shack in the woods all by yourself with no baths or showers, you know, it's gonna be hard for someone to love you. And this really creates a connection with the viewer. Not because most anime fans don't take showers, yes, but because there are many teenagers and young adults out there who share Denji's emotional troubles. Thus, it makes sense why Denji clings to Makima. She is, after all, the first person who showed him any sort of affection or kindness. He thusly becomes a mindless dog, which prevents him from being hurt from others. But with every decision in life, it inevitably has its consequences. And this is why I found Denji to be such a compelling protagonist. This makes him incredibly relatable and makes his experiences seem more authentic. He also shares similarities with Guts from Berserk, both of whom are born with terrible circumstances, yet find some way to push forward with their miserable existence in hopes of something better. Now, it's not always certain that there is something better, but despite it all, they push on nonetheless. It makes Denji very inspirational, and I can see why the fandom has grown so attached to him, as have I. So in terms of the character development, it's already fantastic. The story is very entertaining, and the action is top-notch. But what about the art?
And some guys get scared because they think I'm pranking them or something. But I'm like, no, I just want to suck your dick.
The bane of every anime watcher's existence. I'm here to tell you guys, MAPPA has hit it out of the park. They have done an absolutely phenomenal job and have far and away exceeded the community's expectations. The visuals pop off the screen and look absolutely remarkable. They also adapted the source material faithfully and in a way that will make any longtime reader of the manga very, very proud. Plus, it's rated MA. So, whenever you're done with Chainsaw Man Studio Mappa, maybe you could set your sights on another gory manga. You know, one that's been around for about 30 years now, is very gory, has a protagonist with a big sword, and fans would really appreciate if that big sword didn't go clang all the time. But anyway, back on track. Watching Denji transform into Chainsaw Man and chainsaw his way through countless foes whilst blood is splattering everywhere is truly the tits. Long have I waited for an action hero that wielded a chainsaw and made a bloody mess of everything and everyone in his way. Or, at the very least, in a manga/anime format. And now with the anime out, guys, not only can you read about it, you can watch it at your leisure. In fact, you can watch it on the big screen, just the way Togata intended.
Don't kick the goddamn baby. Kick the baby.
Or, at the very least, your 50-inch TV in the living room. And with that said, become Fire Punch. I mean Chainsaw Man.
Demon Squad, yeah, we were built to thrive, yeah.